This is the face of a person who hasn't really slept
I
at all.
think he's saying no.
I'd like to say good morning, but it's actually afternoon.
Mummy.
Here you go.
It's
There's the
afternoon,
baby.
but to us it's morning, guys, if that
Yeah,
makes
it actually is. So, hi, welcome back to OK Aussie.
Hello.
The people that didn't get to sleep until 6 o'clock in the morning.
He thinks
Ask
he's
us why.
bath. That's what it was.
What? He thinks he's having a bath?
Well, when you pick him up like that,
Yeah.
to his brain.
That's right. It's okay, buddy.
See? Conditioning.
We're not having a
classical
bath.
conditioning. Anyway.
I was giving you some love.
I've got a lot of tightness here.
Do you want some spray now? Because we had some spray. Look, we've had an anginal spray, which is the nitrolingual spray lotion. Okay, you do that. I'll get the spray. You chat to the people.
I'll fill you guys in because...
Oh, what a shit show.
It's a circus. Welcome to the circus. Not really. Like, we're trying to make light of it because that's how we cope.
Incoming.
Shit tastes like shit. Right. So, good morning. Even
No,
though it's
afternoon.
I don't care for me, it's morning, so I just woke up not long ago. Anyway, yes, the place we stay, the lovely people that run this place. Let's just say that. Let's make that clear. But, unfortunately, some people just don't do the right thing. You know? Happens everywhere, right? Disability, non-disability, happens everywhere. But unfortunately, in disability, people can get away with it a bit more. So, in the meantime, we're going through a nightmare. So we got 4 hours sleep because we have a neighbour below that just, he likes to think it's a nightclub 24/7. And unfortunately, with my heart problems, as you know, the two don't mix. And then I'm an epileptic. Shut the fuck up.
Lunchtime medication.
It's not lunchtime.
We've only just had breakfast medication.
I haven't even had breakfast
Our routine is out the door.
I would love breakfast, actually.
What's for breakfast? We're having lunch.
I have rice bubbles and yogurt. I've got no yogurt.
Got no yogurt.
Because you're supposed to go food shopping and all of that's been ruined because of this dude.
Dyan lives in disability accommodation to look after her
I'd
health
be
and well-being.
safe. Last night I had a spray too.
Last night we had to
But for
call the
more-
cops.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, but for more harsher chest pain. This one is just, my neck is tight. I'm just being like, oh guys, I'm serious.
Worst thing for her condition.
Epileptics
alert.
need
10 out of 10. Here
sleep,
we go.
right? We all know that.
Just go to
That's
sleep
101. Hydrolyte?
Electrolyte.
Electrolyte.
That's the brand, Hydrolyte.
Sleep. Okay. Food regularly.
Oh, food. Feed me,
Don't be in
Seymour.
the direct sun. Don't have sudden temperature changes. There's many things that set me off.
Yeah.
And noise.
Indeed.
And noise.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir.
That's okay.
I'm a big fat Barbie.
I've got to lie down.
And you know what? Someone was coming to visit him, and I was like, oh, I've had no sleep. You're making it worse for yourselves.
That's because the guy is yelling out from the street. This is not
They were yelling
bloody
to each other
a
because they couldn't get through the
Shakespearean
locked
opera.
door.
Hello, beyond the window break.
It was-
Wake up the world and open the door for me.
It was this morning, and then this guy, he was just looking at me like, huh?
Yeah, we're
And here I am in
complaining
my
and you're
Barbie
yelling.
nightie, and then he's probably thinking, he
Barbie's-
probably went in.
Barbie's gone off.
Yeah, he probably went in. He said to his mate, "There's a chick up there, Barbie chick. Yeah, she's weird. She's yelled at me for being kept up all night. What'd you do?" It's probably what she,
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock in the morning is when we got to sleep. The entire night has revolved around those people.
Oh my
So,
head.
an email was sent off at 5 o'clock in the morning to the
4
whole
in the
organisation.
morning.
4 in the morning. I can't
4
remember what day
in
it
the
is.
morning, I'm sure.
Because
it
unfortunately,
was.
and look, we love our local police force, they couldn't attend. They're
busy.
too busy. And exactly
No,
right.
they're not really
The resources
too busy.
shouldn't be spent on this crap.
Yeah, they just can't spend the resource on this.
No,
and we
fair
understand that, and we understand that people here can't do any more than they're doing, right? Problem is bad behaved people. That's the problem.
Very bad people who know
That's
the
the
system
problem.
and manipulate it
Manipulating the
recklessly.
system. I used to work in the system, guys, and there are people that manipulate the system, unfortunately, and it makes it hard on the majority, which is great, which really need these services and these facilities, right? And we can all understand certain things that go on every now and then, right? But this person, like I said, nightclub 24/7. And it's the weekend, so there's going to be Sunday session,
And
Saturday
what that means
session.
is not just pumping them vibe, the music's out.
Yeah.
Bunny's karaoke, yelling and screaming. He's smashing and banging and breaking shit.
It actually makes me scared. I'm too scared to go down to the bins alone. Right? In my own place.
On alert.
And the reason why he couldn't get in and had to yell this morning, because he's finally getting the message through that the
garage door.
The garage door needs to be down for the safety. A lot of us are women that live here, right?
Vulnerable.
We want to be safe.
Yep.
Fair enough. And yeah, so he's yelling out to be let in, because you've got to be let in, right? You've got to be let through the locked front doors.
Have you heard of a telephone? Could you use your intercom? No.
No.
It's the bush telegraph.
Different cultures.
Yeah.
And I'm not knocking different cultures. It's not about that. It's about the individual. It doesn't matter what culture you are.
No,
okay? It's about your behaviour. It doesn't matter whether you're disabled, non-disabled.
Male or female.
I don't like this behaviour. I don't think anyone likes a neighbour like this. Oh my God.
So what will we offer today, honey?
4 parties here to shy off you. And that's it. What?
Our provider.
Well,
very
our provider,
supportive
they
and understanding.
understand. They're doing their best. And their hands are tied. And so are all the public services, like we explained.
Because this guy's already been evicted. Don't get me wrong. He's been evicted. It's just...
from multiple places.
Counting down the time right now for him to... Off you go, buddy. And it takes time.
In the meantime, we will most likely, for sleep purposes, but staying here during the day, because of course I've got pressure care needs in my mattress,
medical routines,
my medical stuff, everything is here.
The cat,
food, my baby.
Hey,
you
buddy.
can see him.
I know.
Yeah, so I have to be here, but we will be going to stay in a place that's, you know, those places for sleep. What are they called?
A hotel, honey.
That's it.
And it's an apartment hotel.
It's just a little place that you can just go in there and just hop it. Not like in Japan. That's a bit creepy, that is. They look like coffins, don't they?
They do look a little bit tight and claustrophobic, if you ask me.
I'm
but anyway, let's not go there.
Unless it's say, we could have gone camping.
Oh, I thought about that.
Yeah, but my health.
It's pissing down with rain outside. We're in the middle of one of the most major storms that we've had for the whole year.
Wouldn't it be fun?
So we couldn't exactly just take the swag and just
it
throw it over. But we thought about it, trust me, just to get away from people being so noisy. Oh.
Wouldn't it be fun?
Yeah.
But it's too wet. It's too wet, guys, in Perth now.
Yeah.
If this happened like before, where's the tissue? I had tissue.
But this is the silly thing.
I had tissue for my issue.
The agency has to go and think and create alternative accommodation options for us, rather than actually moving the problem on.
I've got a spitting headache.
Do you need medications for that?
I don't know. Should I?
Oh, I think you should before you have a seizure. How about that?
Oh, God. Do not say that word on a day like today.
I'm taking your temperature.
Okay. Well, I would like a little bit of a wafer. That's why I've got the aircon on, guys. Don't mind my eye ointment. That's also because everybody wash your bloody hands in society, okay? You press lift buttons, you press FPOS buttons, the C as well. You know, let's just be safe. All right, let's wash our hands a bit more anyway. So I've just got an eye infection, and my body in the last blood results were like low to fight things like this. So I'm on oral antibiotics. And did I have that this morning?
No, I haven't given you Dr.
I need my. So I'm on antibiotics and I'm on eye.
I'm so tired. I'm making
antibiotics as well. It's okay. Eye antibiotics as well. Okay. What I might take.
Pop that in, please.
I only want a quarter.
And gabapentin. That is. Take that for me, please. Just pop it in.
That's not a quarter.
That's a quarter. Yeah.
Anyway, basically.
And the gabapentin.
I picked up.
Shit, that's bad.
Well, no, give me half an hour to decide on that because I'm not someone to take too much medicine, guys. I only take what I need. I'm very swollen.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be dragging you down to hospital as you have a cardiac event and a bloody seizure, thanks.
No, nor do I. But, you know, this is the world we live in, isn't it, guys? Bad people always win. Can someone in the comments give me like a nice little lecture? So I feel like a little kid at the moment going, I don't get it.
I don't get it. Autistics.
Yeah, social story. I don't get it. I feel like, and I'm talking not just about this microism that I'm in right now. The macroism is a problem like this too. Why are the bad people winning? There's more of us that are good that could band together and go, sure.
Shut the
like the girl on TikTok.
Right. That's your doxycycline. Take that. Gabapentin
Can
leaving
I
out
do
here.
that with this under thing and this? Dissolve?
Yeah, actually just give it another minute for it to sublingually dissolve orally things.
But basically, right, why do the bad people win? You tell me first, and then they can have.
Well, here's another conundrum, though.
Why?
These things always happen to us inopportune time.
Dying.
It happens at weekends when most companies are working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. You can't contact them and say, hey, there's a problem. So you're outside of that loop.
Naturally, yeah.
Okay.
They
now,
gotta sleep.
we're also in a long weekend this
People
weekend.
do.
So now we've got
What is the long weekend?
we have a temporary accommodation at a hotel booking for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday nights, until we get through to Tuesday, until they can do a more long-term solution. But we're the ones being inconvenienced because of the behaviours of someone else who can't get their shit under control.
It's been going on for weeks.
Rampant alcoholic,
weeks, guys.
violent, threatening,
Yeah, like,
aggressive.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
but personally, I think that disability supports that the government offers you should be just like Centrelink should be controlled.
As
if
the provider
you do
said,
not listen,
they lie. So they lie in the applications, and I really feel, to be honest, sad and sorry for these companies and businesses that have to, and agencies have to deal with these situations because
I feel sorry for
they
them.
don't have the information
That's
on
who I
hand.
actually do feel sorry
It
for.
doesn't get passed through to them. They get lied to, and they've been told, oh look, there's plans and processes in place in case anything happens. No, there's not. We can clearly see that. We can see altercations directly with the care workers and staff.
I'm
Those
too
support
scared to go
staff
to
are
the
being
bin.
abused. It's
I'm
like,
scared to go to the bin. I
wow.
haven't even met most of the people.
and do you imagine?
One.
We're about to
I'm
get.
too scared to go. I will.
We're
eventually.
about to get an overnight on-site support in the complex. This is the
Yeah.
person that actually stays here. He'll be
For
like
all
a
of
female
us
support
to come
staff.
in,
He'll be
yeah.
like a nurse who can do medications with.
Mhm.
But it's going to be a female. That female, I'm
Oh,
sorry to say,
yeah.
how are they going to
I didn't
deal
even
with
think about that.
3 or 4 aggressive, drunk, out
Yeah,
of control
men.
males?
I
They're not
wouldn't.
going to, and so they're going to have to do the same loop that we do, calling the
Police.
Shire, calling CoSafe, calling the
Well, you
police. The
don't,
police
there's no
can't
point
turn up.
calling until police can be called.
Oh my god, what a joke. These people are so disruptive. But anyway, that's our story. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're dealing with. So you've probably all had the same story at some point in life, I guarantee it, because we've all had that neighbour. And when you're 50, I've had a lot of them.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I had one at a house that we were in for nearly 8 years renting. And
He
that's
was
the
a
only reason why we moved.
Psychopath. Seriously.
It actually set me off because of my autism. I go into meltdown mode.
Yeah.
Because meltdowns are neurological. They're uncontrollable. So lack of sleep, and you add that, just like seizures, just like everything,
Same thing.
it just sets you off. That's why when I went out there, I said, hey, I've been up all night. He kept me awake. He kept me awake. And he's looking at me. And I said, you're making it worse for yourselves. So I'm warning him, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm used to working with these people. So I know how to speak, I know what to not say and to say. And I was like, and he took it. Okay. He didn't argue with the Barbie chick. No.
It's a pretty scary sight on the balcony. His chick, small in stature, in pink.
I go, please, I'm tired. Okay? I'm really fucking crazy. No, I'm not really, but isn't that good to add in there? I didn't say it, but I should have. I should have said, like, I'm batshit crazy. You better just...
But I just can't believe that the first solution is to move.
I know Jessica's
us.
laughing.
And it's like, you don't understand what's involved in destabilisation of moving Dyan yet again.
Let's look at the seriousness of this. You know what, guys? The situation of my current heart status, this could kill me.
Yep, that actually
A
could.
person of selfishness in alcoholism who's abusing the disability system, because I don't care if you're disabled or non-disabled, you do not have the right to ruin other people's lives that live in a complex that's condensed living.
Yeah.
The rules should apply, and the police, I'm sorry, I am disgusted in you. I think it's just disgusting when I told them that this facility specifically, this wouldn't happen in an elderly village, and so it shouldn't, but why should it happen for me?
Yeah.
I have the same problems as an elderly person, sadly, at my age, in a disability setting where everyone here is under disability. And I specifically said that, and I said, I need my sleep. I have a heart condition going on, and I have epilepsy. This is not okay. And this has been going on for weeks, as you guys know, because you're getting calls from a lot of people here.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but Mr. Albanese,
The Prime Minister of
you
Australia.
need to fund the police more so
Yeah.
that they can manage the small things. Because the small things, even if it kills someone from... Now I understand why some elderly might be dying of heart attacks.
Absolutely.
Because of these selfish people that go to... And don't live in a goddamn apartment
My
if you're
heart
a
yesterday, you saw my blood pressure yesterday, and I had to actually lie
His
down
went
for
through
10
the
minutes.
roof. We put my BP thing on, which
Yeah.
is usually used
I
me,
try
but
to
he
avoid not to
used
ever use
it.
it.
No, but
Don't like
he
'em.
used it.
Horrible things, those blood pressure
No,
monitors.
but you've had to for your heart.
I know.
Guys, it was red for both.
Well, I did have a
Systolic
heart
and
surgery
diastolic.
only a week and a half ago. Come on.
Systolic, diastolic, it was
I was
red.
off the charts, not in a good space.
So
But this is what the stress does to you. And now,
I was literally ready.
not just you having seizures, I'm going to have migraines today because of lack of sleep. You know what it's
Did
like
you
having
take
jet lag?
something?
No, I'll wait for medications to come
Oh,
in.
you
That's
wait.
fine. Yeah, I know my trigger symptoms. I at least don't have the interoception to know where things are actually going on, and I can intervene early, likely. But it's going to be like
Yeah,
jet
I
lag,
don't
and I'm going to be affected for the next 3 days because of the action of one day.
Antibiotic.
Antibiotic.
Well, so will I. Well, yeah, that's what happens to everyone.
It does.
The circadian rhythm, guys, look it up if you don't know about it. Very good thing to know about for yourself.
Yeah.
Circadian rhythms are real, and ours is like on the clock of where we get to bed at some ungodly hour of the morning, and we wake up at some ridiculous time, practically on afternoon.
Yeah.
Not a good situation.
And here's the ludicrous part about it. We didn't get up until 11:30. Normally, people were on our doorstep, knocking on our door at 8 o'clock. They're phoning us at 7:30, thinking this is a normal day. People are going to be up and about. No, we didn't get to bed until 6 o'clock. That means I've only been asleep for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Full-on disability household.
Oh my God.
And basically, if I've had a seizure late at night, if I've been up in pain at night, and I got to bed at, say, and normally when I have those nights, I'm not normally up unless I've had a nocturnal seizure and it's woken us up and I've had a seizure at 2 in the morning. But normally we're asleep by at least 1 in the morning, and we're normally up by at least, 8:30, right?
Yep.
But this dude has set our cycles to be... We're only just waking up just before afternoon.
And what's worse is I'm having to now intervene with additional medications and high levels of medications because we cannot control the variables and the behaviours around us, and that has a direct correlation to
But what annoys me...
I should have predicted this though, you know what? Because it's the weekend again. We have not had one weekend since
But what annoys me... No, exactly. But what annoys me is, why does no one else have power for this? Why do the people running this place not have enough power to be able to do something? They should have more power and be given more power. I'm Bill Shorten. You know me.
Minister of the NDIS.
We're buddies, right? Yep.
I don't know about that.
Listen, I'm top fan.
Top fan on Bill on Facebook.
So Bill, listen it. Okay. We need to have SDA facilities to be the same as elderly villages. Okay? We need peace and quiet. Now, I'm not saying that there's not... I have meltdowns, there's other autistics here.
Management plans.
I know that there's things like that can go on. That's a disability. The alcoholism, yelling, drug use, bringing over other relatives to stay in a place that's not meant for other relatives, as in... Well, it is in the sense of if it's done correctly for, I think there's a 3-month, you can have family live with you for 3 months. But of course, not partying like a nightclub, basically. That's the difference. So there's that. So you need to have tighter rules, and you need to give these powers to the SDA providers, because they have to, for example, look at this place. You got 20 places. One person's been an idiot, affecting the 19 others. They need to be empowered with something that they go to you and get approval for, of course, because you can't have people just doing it to anyone for the wrong reason. So that, I get that. There's got to be checks both sides. But they need to be able to contact someone and say, hey, we've got to get this person out because 19 other disabled people are severely being impacted.
And resources,
Change
multiple
system.
other agencies are being affected because, again, they can't control the behaviour of
The
one
police
person,
don't have
which
time,
is well known
money
because there's a
for
history
it.
thread of the whole thing.
Yeah.
How does this impact, though, on your ability to settle down, get into routines, and the things that you're now missing out
As an
on?
autistic, it's like we are, well, as a 22Qer, and you guys out there who have 22Q as well, fear and anxiety is built in.
Yep, absolutely.
It's
Probably in the
innate.
condition.
Imagine living like that, guys. And I'm dead serious. This is a little bit of an educational lesson on 22Q. Please understand with psychology here. There are, think of personality. There are traits we're born with. They're innate traits. Can't change them. You can change how you respond and how you act, but I'm saying you can't change those traits.
Yep.
Then there's traits that are nurtured into you, right, in your environment, who you were influenced by. And you don't know who that's going to be for a child, right?
Afternoon for psychology. Oh my God.
I don't care.
My brain.
And it's the same with 22Q. So for 22Q, what's built into me is fear and anxiety.
Yep.
So I have to live with that, and I do well with that.
Yep.
You guys see me online,
Yep.
okay? And it was funny because a person that was visiting me, actually 2 people that have visited me, said, "You guys are the same as you are on camera." And we laugh because it's like,
yeah, why wouldn't we be?
what would you expect? And no, I get it, because there is so much fake channels that just kind of do turn it on, up, whatever you want to call it, for the thing, right? And I get that. Some people want to make it a bit of performance, whatever. But I'm just saying, I laughed at that because it's like, it's kind of funny. Like, what were you expecting? Even in that comment, I appreciated that feedback because I thought, this is a learning for me, guys, because I'm learning how I come across, right? It's a very good thing to do, doing YouTube. By feedback, right?
Yeah.
You must always, and this is us ex-generationers, we're very open to any kind of feedback, unless it's toxic, of
Well, I think
course.
autistics are
But
probably
you know
more
what
so
I mean?
than others are also aware of it. Because again, of masking and social stories, you're more acutely aware of the feedback from others to say, well, how are you interacting or inserting yourself into the world? How do you come across?
Yeah.
How do you make other people feel? And what is it that they want from you? So you're very attuned to that.
Yeah, but in this situation, I'm not coping with it. As you can see, going out in my Barbie 90, yelling over the balcony.
Was there a bit of a meltdown last night?
I can't even remember. I'm so tired. I probably did.
Yeah, there was unfortunately.
What kind?
That was about 5
I was
o'clock in the
probably
morning.
telling you off, was I?
It was rampant. It was.
Was I telling you off? Was I having some grandiose suggestions of how to?
It's very distressing, to be honest, and it's something because it's uncontrollable. Right. It's just like.
I think I was like, I can't sleep, and you were like, come on, let's go to sleep, because he was tired, and it's what I mean by that is I was just as tired, but with an autistic and with fear and anxiety. Fear. What does fear do to your body, guys? Adrenaline.
Adrenal response.
What does adrenaline do? It saves your fucking life. You need it. Don't get rid of it. Don't become so.
No, of course we do need it in life.
Don't do this mindfulness crap and go zen because it's dangerous. No, I'm serious.
No, there's something zen about last night.
No, I'm serious.
No,
you actually need.
Of course you do to function.
But for 22Qs, we have fear that we don't need.
Yeah.
Okay, so sometimes I have to go through fear moments.
Yep.
That is just because it's in me. It's part of 22Q, and I have to work through it. But unfortunately, working through it with a person who's not 22Q, there's struggles for both of us,
but there's no ability to rationalize.
So to fall asleep, I've got adrenaline pumping, and I'm like trying to unwind it.
Absolutely. And then there's always little spark-offs.
Valium.
You get these little spark-offs that occur. I had to give you Medallion because it's like it's that significant and strong. And that's ridiculous. It's like, why should you have to be medicated because of, again, the behaviour of other people? It is gross, sorry. But it helps eventually to bring you down. It's a relaxant.
Why have we
it's a muscle relaxant. Seizures predominantly. It's a very strong muscle relaxant and calmative.
So I must not be aware when you give me that then.
Correct.
I do not remember that vile, bitter taste.
No, I normally use that to break status epilepticus. So status epilepticus is rolling seizures when the body can't self-terminate, and I've got to intervene because otherwise you can cause.
But I did fall asleep from it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to have a seizure.
And she only had a seizure that day before, so I was like.
Yeah, I had a seizure not yesterday, the day before.
Yeah.
And so basically, there's been a few other stresses too. So there's been an accumulation, and you guys know the journey. We've just moved, and if you're new to the channel, we've just moved. We had a week stay in between.
To move.
Yeah, because we had a dodgy provider that was like milking the investment system, you know, and it was a bit greedy. But, you know, it's funny. when you read the news, and I'm not going to say any more, but let's just say there's a couple of people in my life that have kind of really negatively impacted my life, as in a knock-on effect affected my life, who are professionals, who have had unfortunate events. So, guys, karma's a bitch. Okay, please don't do anything that you've always got to rise above things. And I know that's really sounds really pathetic coming from someone that went on a balcony in a Barbie night and going, I've had no sleep.
No, but at the same time, you've got to say things.
You're not making it any easier for yourself.
People keep just doing the behaviour. Yeah, if they also don't know the
impact.
If I
didn't say that to that person, the visitor, right, they could have got on the thing
which they will be,
and turned up the music right now.
Absolutely.
So absolutely.
There's a knock-on effect to it all.
Yeah. So, but I'm just saying, like, karma's a real thing. I'm 50. I'm seeing karma come around to certain people. Yeah. So just believe in it. Believe in it. It's very slow. Yeah. It's very slow. But it actually happens. And I'm not saying here because look, I'm an empath, guys, and some of you know that more than others, but I do not think karma is I don't look at it and go, ha ha, sucked in. I actually feel sorry for the person. Yeah, I actually feel empathy for the person. Yep. But I hope they learn the lesson of what is around that for their life. Yeah. Because they've affected other people's lives. So, and I'm talking about me in that, specifically with these people I'm talking about, because I've had perfect examples and obviously that's my lesson that I've been shown clearly in the news. Yep. And I'm going, that's a good thing. Okay. Yep. That's appropriate. Because that's not okay.
Sure. But you've got to be careful of empathy, I think, too, because, and I think I have to be the same thing, too. We sometimes start off too softly, gently, where we're very tolerant, caring, understanding. I actually reached out to help the people at the very beginning. How can I help you? Do you need help?
Absolutely, do you need assistance? We did.
Do you want to have a chat?
We said, what do you need,
you do all those things, and yet we're at this point because of the termination of escalation at the end of the day. And so,
helping others. We're getting kicked up the ass.
I'm not here to be someone else's carer, by the way. That's not my role. I don't get paid to be a carer here.
Yeah, when you've got informal carers,
they get taken advantage of.
They get taken advantage of. There's paid carers here. They need to do their job. That's my 10 cents. Yeah. That's my beef. I am sick of paid, and I'm talking, guys, some of these carers get paid $70 an hour, free accommodation, everything. Free meals. They get paid to drive. Okay? Think of it in that. And some of you are working bloody hard. So think of that. It's not okay. It's not okay. I'm not a carer either. And I'm very unwell. And I know I put on a good face, but that's because my strength.
You know, last night you were saying too, it's like, this is where we just want to go, let's just sell everything. Let's go and get that caravan.
My meltdown. I'm walking in the kitchen, wasn't I? Yeah. We're selling everything. Yep. And we're going in a van, and we're just going to live in a van, and we're going to get away from everybody. Yeah, that was my meltdown.
But at the same time, it's actually based on, when you look at logic, we have gone through so many cycles of logic through this process. You can't just talk you down from a meltdown and say, you know what, just think positively. It'll stop soon.
I'm getting autistic with a meltdown. Like, we can't just be talked down.
You've seen that. This behaviour doesn't stop. This behaviour's been continued. Like I said, I should have been aware. That's weekend mode. Let's do us a long weekend. You know it's going to ramp up even more because it's party central for a longer period of time. So there's predictive behaviours behind it all.
Surely the hangover on the third.
No. They start by waking up in the morning and drinking again. This is functional alcoholism at its best.
I can't handle alcohol. I must have
how they do it.
I must have an allergic reaction to alcohol.
I don't.
No, seriously.
Understand.
I remember the only time I've been a drinker, guys, was when I used to, and this is very rare drinker, was at the end of every exams and
so it's like
semester of university. Twice a year, we used to get drunk.
Yeah.
Drunk.
On 2 half glasses of wine and you're drunk. That's it. You're done.
Nah, a few squash frogs. Squeezing in there.
But with the conversation last night about getting a caravan, sunning everything, we've been talking
I
about
was
that for
thinking of a
years.
van. I was desperate. I was van.
We've been on the NDIS
Okay.
system for coming up to 5 years. Almost 5 years. Hasn't
What do you mean almost?
No,
I
it
think
is.
it has been.
No, I checked the dates the other day, and we're just coming in, just rocked over to 5 years. Okay. So, having a van, this is why we talk about van
Well,
life,
we definitely don't want to have a house.
gives us
'cause-
the ability to have control, to move around. Because, I'm sorry, this condensed living approach, how does that do for you being
But
autistic?
you know what? I need to meet a really nice rich person that can build me an SDA.
Right. But where?
Do you know some people? This is what's unfair about being a poor disabled person.
Yeah. Or
And I
spending
want
all
to
your
talk
money on
about this
health and
because I want
disability.
to shout out to everyone out there. And I'm not saying anyone who's got money and they're disabled to feel guilty about this, because it doesn't mean that just because you've got money doesn't mean that you're an arsehole.
No.
Like I said about disability, non-disability people. Some people that are rich are lovely people. Some people that are rich are assholes.
Yeah, but
It goes
people.
both ways. It's
Yep.
just people, right? But what I'm saying is, it really sucks, government. It really sucks, government, that if you've got the money to put a down payment on building an SDA and you get it approved, which normally you do if you do all the right things on the plans, and your package pays off your mortgage, instead of some stranger getting their mortgage paid off in 5 years
Or less.
yeah. in 5 years,
It's a huge
they
investment.
get a mortgage paid off
I know.
at your shitty life experience expense of being in like severe disabled.
Yeah. It feels like a bit of a kick in the guts
It
when,
just doesn't
for us,
feel fair.
we were self-managed for probably a good
25 plus years on a
working
six-figure
a
income
career.
with no
Our money has
warning,
gone into medications,
But hang on.
treatments,
like we
disability.
talked about with
Just
the
trying to survive.
advocate. Like we talked about with the advocate, I said to her,
Yeah.
I'm going to get my Medicare list of how many consults
Oh.
and hospitalizations I've needed before
For a
you're
lifetime.
diagnosed with 22q.
Thousands.
Just to point out how stupid you are.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put a big number on the front of the big log of papers
Yeah.
and say however many visits and pathology, everything, until you idiots picked it up. Stupid.
Picked it up, or you actually listened to me and said, let's test for this.
No,
and
they
see
just
what's
thought I
going
was
on.
crazy because I'm a chick.
Ridiculous. Having to
Right?
get
So
involved
everything gets
in your own medical
compartmentalized.
research.
Oh, well, that will be this and that will be that. But then when I went private, guys, I actually got diagnosed with things that I actually do have, which
Yeah.
I actually agree I have.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, the journey of my 33 years of health, because I was born with this syndrome, okay? I was a sick kid. But basically, I just wanted to point out, like, how stupid they are.
Yeah.
They are so stupid. And I'm just saying, government, do something better about poor disabled people having better options too, okay?
Well-
Because you're giving it to the rich disabled and going,
For
you can build your own home and we'll add money into it.
you're giving investors
Sorry?
and incentivizing
I'm fighting over
investors.
little things like medical oxygen, and you want to talk about that? No, government. Cut the crap.
Yeah.
Cut the crap. And these investors getting homes paid off in 5 years, you other investors, are you mad?
Yeah.
I'd be mad.
I found out, because I was only speaking to the WA
Yeah.
Health Minister Amber Jade Sanderson's office a couple of days
Oh,
ago,
yeah.
and I was speaking to their team there. And I realised it's like, oh yeah, I'm looking at the email communications over 3 years, and it's like, oh, that's right.
My
I've been
God,
engaged with
3?
hundreds of emails, phone calls, whatever else, over 3 years, and I'm thinking,
Well, she's failed me, hasn't she?
just for the request, and that was just on the request of,
She's
you know what,
failed
the
me.
system's not working well, and we
She's
need
not
to
working
desperately get
well.
hold of medical oxygen
3 years,
to help
Lily.
Dyan
Hello.
during seizures and post-seizure recovery.
Okay, I've worked
3
in
years.
welfare. Someone's contacted you for
Ridiculous.
3 years, sweetheart. Oh no. Our public money needs to stop paying you.
Hence why we now have a disability
I'm
advocate,
sorry.
disability
I'm
lawyer,
sorry.
and there's
No,
things
but I'm just going to
happening
say,
far
I've
right.
had every other senator, minister reach out in some way. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Oh, I actually asked.
No.
Here's the funny thing again. I've
You're
asked again,
dodgy.
and look, if Minister
In it
Amber
for the
Jade
money,
Sanderson,
aren't you?
or her team, social media team is following, I have actually requested a direct meeting with the Health Liaison Officer and, personally, with your Minister for Health to
She doesn't
discuss
give a shit.
how
Doesn't
a
give a
rare
shit.
chromosomal disorder, things like 22q,
48
is
years.
not managed, not treated, particularly
Wasn't
for
picked up
adults
for
in
48
the
years.
West Australian system. I want to have a conversation about the impact that has on other patients, other people, and advocate for us, not just for Dyan, but for
What
all
about
those
my
patients.
warning? I
to deal
could
with it
have.
all.
I could have planned
Let's have that
financially.
conversation.
I could have planned financially in the health system if I was told that I've got this condition that I was born with. And I do think my parents knew because there was different names and different ways of diagnosing it other than DNA. And second to that, I could have prepared to make sure I'm financially ready for my severe disability to get degenerative.
Oh, we wouldn't have spent every weekend in a hospital then, put it that way.
Yes,
go to
exactly.
Work at 6 o'clock the next morning.
Also, my children, I could have made sure that my children were safe, which I didn't get to do. So that's a problem. And my grandchildren that were birthed before you fucking told me I had 22q.
That's what we're talking about with a genetic condition. That means it passes on. Anyway,
50%,
exactly.
50%. And even if one of my children don't have it, their child still has 10% chance. And government mandate reporting for genetic syndromes, please. Onto family. Stop your crap.
Open the
Because
communication
the
up.
geneticists want it.
Yep.
They want it.
They're working towards
government wants to hide it. And I'm on the abortion list.
For your condition and other words, what that means.
That's what I say to that. You want to abort me? What do you guys think about that? Should I have been aborted? No. I don't
you're
think
a valuable contributing member of society.
I have
you
been.
Give lots back.
I have done a lot before I got this sick. This is what people forget, don't they, guys? Does anyone else who's disabled feel like that, who's had something degenerative? You've done so much hard work in your life, right? And then all of a sudden, nothing. Everyone forgets everything that you've ever done before.
But I want to also talk, sweetie, and I think sometimes in these situations, it's okay. The blame gets put onto the people who talk out, who actually say this is not right. And it's a bit like us for being whistleblowers in the previous combination under the NDS. The NDS has openly been a massive issue of rorts and complaints. It's through the media now. They've done a Royal Commission into it. They've realised and suddenly discovered that there's so many things that are going wrong, and now they're having to cut back and save money and start fixing things. We, obviously, because you're in it at the chalk face, at the coal face, as they say, living it day to day, have become aware of these things and have highlighted the financial fraud and the bad behaviours,
and the
all this shit that's going on.
I want to talk about carers fraud.
Yep.
All right, carers fraud this is what I call it carers fraud.
Or
this
agency.
is all agency fraud. Same.
Yeah.
Same, not different. Same. Right? So basically, this is where the carers, normally non-family, right? Sometimes family included, but normally paid carers for their own money and what they get out of it. So some people get free accommodation out of this. Free living. Imagine that. You people that are working hard, paying rent.
Fun.
Free living. They don't have to do much.
Social activities.
Okay.
Outings.
They get paid to actually be where they are. They're not going to dob in their person as being difficult. They're not going to control their person to the point where they are admitting basically to anyone around them or through the agencies, or certainly not to the SDA provider, because it's money to them. And this is what I call fraud as well. I do, because I think that the disability sector, which I am actually officially...
Where are you going? What are you doing?
I can't get it right.
What are you doing?
Okay. All right. No, I'm going back that way.
Okay, what?
Show my certificates.
Oh, is that what you're trying to say?
Okay.
Right.
Right, put it back down. Apologies everyone.
Her camera work has not improved.
Alright, so apologies guys. I didn't mean to show you the roof and random objects in the house. What I mean by that is this money, and Mr. Shorten, you need to hear this, okay? This money, as you well know, we can talk about the big fraudsters, and I know that you've got to go for the big fish first. But let me tell you this, okay? These small things add up. And I need this system till my death. My children may need this system. That's what gets me the most angry, and my grandchildren. This system needs to be viable. There is no other option. Disability people need support. End of story. And if anyone's on my channel that disagrees with disability having extra supports with things like this, then disability has always been here. We have always had some kind of system. Just because you hate the NDS maybe, we've always had a system. there is always a deserving for disabled who cannot do it for themselves to have a system of safety and what do you call it? Services provided, etc.
Yeah.
But what I will say, Mr. Shorten, is you need to gather all of these little individuals who are stealing the money too and just not using the resource that you're giving them in the right way, affecting other disabled people, okay, you need to start penalising that from two ways. One, protecting people like me who just want to live in peace, who appreciate what we've been given with our disability and are trying to just make ourselves live our best life and stay as healthy as we can so that we can live as long as we can. And to the carers, it is fraud. Okay, if you're a carer out there and you're not telling the truth because you want to keep your job for the money because the money's good and all the benefits that come with it are good, that's not a good person. I disagree. If you think you're doing the right thing, you know you're not. And I think it's gross. And I think it's money grabbing to our money because that money is first and foremost for the person with the disability.
Yeah, you're not doing a service for the person.
Okay? You're not servicing the person in their best interest in society in general because that participant, think of the guy downstairs, is he looking good to society? No. And I blame carers and the participant as well because that fact is known in all of their heads, end of story, unless they're incapacitated. And there is situations like that.
If you're allowing as a carer a person to do detrimental behaviour which is dangerous to themselves, and to others,
and you're being paid to like watch it happen and you're not really speaking up first and you're having to have neighbours speak up, that's stealing, that's ruining a system that is designed and you're affecting a lot of people's lives. And so, it's honey, just not cool.
Just got an email. We've got our booking for tonight and for the next 3 nights. All right. We are ready to go if we need to go.
Let's go. No, I'm joking.
We're
2 seconds. Okay, well, Sir's brushing his teeth. He's not getting ready to go. No, I had to go potty. Stupid. Why do Americans say that? Please, Americans, tell me that. Like, we don't say that. We say toilet, bathroom, toilet, whatever. Some real Aussies, I'm not really, I am a real Aussie. I was born here, but I don't feel like a real Aussie. But real Aussies call it the loo. I don't know why. L-O-O. I don't even know what that stands for. Waterloo. Dun-dun-dun. Makes it think of ABBA. I don't know why. But anyway, yes, I'm exhausted. My headache has gone from a migraine sort of level, as in that entry-level migraine level, to a bad headache. And Sir is brushing his teeth, probably to feel more human. So anyway, I just wanted to share this. So this is good for disability workers. This is good for, I don't know, just people that maybe are wanting to get on the NDIS and you're eligible for SDA. These are things to be mindful of. Choose carefully. Make sure your provider is very good. We've got a good one here, thank goodness. Our last one wasn't good. There's many factors. You can look. Our last provider, we still haven't got our bond back because they are financially extorting us. There is, and this is what Bill Shorten's fixing, guys. Absolutely. This is the reform. So when someone on Facebook argued with me, I thought, get fucked. These people, okay, are robbing taxpayers. Hundreds. I've just lived in a place, right? I was given nothing. They got a couple of $100,000 per year of those 2 years I lived there. Mm-hmm. Okay? That mortgage is practically fucking paid. You're welcome. And anyway, in the meantime, they decide to put up the rent in a loophole of the system, which is why there's a reform, guys. because of
And the
informal
legislation has been
carers,
tightened
which
up.
he saves the system, by the way, which they're aware of. They're actually mentioning it in their own speeches.
2.5 to
300,000
$300,000
maximum,
year.
right? A
Okay.
year. He's saving the system
24/7.
because he's an informal care. Informal carers is just where, and NGOs, you encourage it yourselves at the
Yeah.
beginning. Informal carers is family,
Friends, neighbours,
whatever.
yeah.
Okay, neighbours. Don't
Yeah.
know what's going on down there.
Someone's banging somewhere anyway.
Someone's-
Now I'm in a conundrum. It's now 1:30 in the afternoon. Do I do breakfast now?
I'm doing
or
breakfast.
do I go straight to lunch?
I'm
or
a routine person.
do I
Breakfast.
go past that and wait a little bit longer
Breakfast.
and do dinner? Now, would it be called like a brunch? Or would it be called like dinner?
Supper.
Dinnerly? Supper? I don't know.
Supper.
I'm in this conundrum. Tell me
You
what you would do.
understand-
Should I go and
Someone
get some wheat
explain
bix
to me what
and
supper
cornflakes
is.
and go breakfast right now?
Surely
What do
someone
I
knows
do?
what supper is. Well, I'm having
My
breakfast.
cycle is
It's
out of whack.
breakfast. I don't care if it's 1:30.
1:30 in the afternoon.
For me,
our
it's
day is
morning.
staying out. I still am meant to get down to the shops. I've got grocery shopping to do.
I just don't stress about things. When things get
Don't stress
thrown,
about things. I know.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
very
be
flexible.
flexible.
Don't get me wrong.
We're not going to die. We've got food out there.
We're not going to die. We're not going to starve. No, we're not. We
Man
are
in his
so
food,
organised.
eh? Don't mess with a man in his
Don't
food.
mess with my food. I'm just saying
Seriously,
routine.
ladies, don't mess with men. in
Routine,
their food.
and you are the routine
Woo.
queen, being autistic.
I stole his
particularly.
lollies last night.
Yeah, there you go. So I need to go replace
Yeah,
those.
well, you put that crap down my throat.
That was.
It was bitter.
Medication.
So I said, right, I want your lollies now. And he's like, oh.
Jeez. Stillion. But this is a
But
conundrum that these sort of things. I feel like I'm in jet lag mode. You know, it's like we're jet
Yeah,
lag.
I
You
feel
travel
like-
to a new location.
I feel like I've just got
You
to
think,
South Africa.
what do I do? Do I
After a
sleep?
20-hour flight.
Do I wake up? Do I go through
it's
for a
like-
whole day?
What day is it? What year is it?
Controlled by other people's
What
routines.
time of the
You don't
day?
even get the fun part of travelling. So that's what we're missing out on. Right, well, we're going to get ourselves organised because
We absolutely
you know
are.
what? We might have to
Organised
actually
for
pick
what,
up a
though?
bag. Well, we're going to have to pick up a bag and
I'm
go.
not leaving my baby.
Yes, we are. We've got a booking. And at the first sign of
What if he
escalation,
sets the place on
altercation.
fire and my baby's here alone?
No, it's actually won't do because it's actually got fire suppression systems. It's actually self-contained. There is good alarm systems. I've checked all those out. No problems at all.
But yeah, anyway, we've got a
We've
place
got-
to stay to make sure that I
we're ready
get
to
my
go.
sleep.
Our beauty sleep. And boy, if you look at this face, I need some beauty
It's not
sleep.
going to work on me. Okay,
Just saying.
I need it for health. But basically, just, yeah, comment below anything. But if you ever want
Ideas?
advice on
Suggestions?
SDA,
Experience?
okay, I can tell you the good providers and the bad providers because
Tell
I've
them,
been through
Kev.
them all.
Yeah.
Because it's disgusting what some of them do, yet who we're under right now, highly ethical.
Very ethical.
So they're very different, guys. Don't
Supportive.
assume they're all the same. We've learnt this. They're not. They're not all the same. And that's very important for you to know if
Absolutely.
you're stepping in. So I am here
Good
for
ones to
questions.
exist.
And look, if you ever want to know anything, the biggest, best person, as we all know because he's disabled himself, is Senator Jordan Steele.
Mm-hmm.
The dude knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
If you want advice, if you want guidance, if you just want to just say what's going on for you and maybe they can help, always let him know because the system at the moment being going through the reform, you might not directly get the help,
Benefits? Yeah.
but like think of it as being
Long-term
you're putting the
improvements and
problems
change.
on the list
Yeah.
to be given to Bill Shorten, Mr. Bill High,
Minister of the Indies, yeah.
and he's doing the reform, and the reform is necessary, guys. And I understand when people feel like they're losing something, but you know what? In times when they get tough,
Accessibility
we've
for
got to
all.
look at priorities
Yeah.
of people that have dangerous syndromes, dangerous situations where they need equipment, where
Yeah.
they need things.
Need
We have
actualised
to
help.
actually, and accommodation as well, we have to actually look at who is most suited to get each thing. Not saying that there's not enough funding, there probably is, but what I'm saying is that will come later when we get rid of all the fraudsters.
Yep.
The fraudsters have been, seriously guys,
Winning
I'm
tax.
talking, just wait down the line,
You'll see.
you'll come back
You'll see
and
it
you'll
come
tell
around.
me. There's billions of dollars that
Squandered.
are being squandered by staff,
Yeah.
agencies and SDA
Yep.
providers.
And criminal organisations.
Absolutely that,
Absolutely.
guys. There is syndicates going on.
Yeah.
There is little...
It's all coming out.
It's bad. Okay, so that will eventually get stung, taken back, and that money, I really hope, especially if you're not on the NDS and you are eligible, you're not under SDA, you are eligible. I hope it comes back to you.
Indeed. Guys, thank you very much for joining us as we go through our daily tribulations.
It's fun.
No, it's not. Anyway, big thumbs up of encouragement. Comments and questions below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Who knows where we'll be tonight? Who knows where we'll be tomorrow? Is this a permanent solution?
I can't be without my baby.
He can come. He can come for an overnight trip with us. Look at him. He's chill.
Look at him.
He's-
He's innocent.
He
He did nothing.
did nothing. All right, guys. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.